Then we really reach a new era, and I call this more the Marian era. We really are in a Marian era right now. And St. Louis de Montfort, for example, predicts that that's coming. He dies in 1716. It's when St. Louis de Montfort dies. So it's on the verge of the French Revolution. He talked about his writings would be lost, and they were lost for a while during the French Revolution. But the French Revolution really does see a sort of amping up, a more intensification of the devil's revolution. They specifically wanted to destroy altar and throne, destroy the order of Christendom, and create a new world order in which God was denied and God didn't exist, in which there could be one world religion that ultimately is the Antichrist religion, where man is worshipped. And the Antichrist comes and places himself in the temple. And the temple in Jerusalem is rebuilt. So God has not allowed the temple in Jerusalem to be rebuilt. But again, the church fathers tell us that at one point in time it finally will be rebuilt. And most likely it is the Antichrist who will rebuild the temple in Jerusalem, and then he's going to set himself up in the temple to be worshipped. So once that starts happening, that's when you really know that we are at the end of the world. And they may try it because we're getting close to an end of an age, as I said yesterday. So just like the devil amped up his revolution, so God begins to amp up the graces. And I think the main event that marks that sort of increase naturally happens in France, because that's where the French Revolution took place. So it's 1830 in Paris on a street called the Rue de Bac, where she appears to St. Catherine Labouré and gives her the Miraculous Medal. So where that Miraculous Medal is, worked many, many miracles. And just a few things about it. Obviously, on the back of the Miraculous Medal, again, you see the Sacred Heart and you see the Immaculate Heart. And they're together and they're intertwined. So we're in this new time. I mean, God's giving us the same message. And one of the things that was so interesting was that Our Lady had all these rings and light. So we call her Our Lady of Grace very often. And she was stepping on the serpent in that. You'll see that on the image of the Miraculous Medal. She's stepping on the devil back to Genesis 3:15. But she has these rings and they're giving out light, great graces, but some of the rings were not giving out light. And so St. Catherine Labouré attention was drawn to that, and she asked, why? And Our Lady said very simply, it's because I have all these graces to give, but no one's asking for them. And so that's why these rings are not giving out light. They're all the graces that could be given to mankind, but men are not asking for them. We're not praying for them. So she does have a lot of grace to give. We have to come and ask. And then after 1830, it seems like there's more and more authentic church-approved Marian apparitions. Our Lady of La Salette is very important. She appears in 1846, September 19th, to two shepherd children in the high Alps of southern France, Melanie Calvat and Maximin Girard. And she tells them primarily that God is going to punish the world because of violations of the second and third commandments. The first three commandments are not being followed. God's honor is not being respected. And she said she's trying to hold back the wrath. She goes on to say, do you say your prayers well, my children? Good question she could ask each one of us. Do we say our prayers well? Back to the concept that people aren't praying. Which is why, for example, at Lourdes, she comes and teaches how to pray. She teaches Bernadette how to pray correctly. And then just watching Bernadette, you learn to pray better. She teaches the children at Fatima how to pray. The angel comes and teaches them how to pray, and then they imitate what the angel's doing. The same thing for us. We need to look at those apparitions and look at what our Blessed Mother is doing and learn how to pray through what she tells us and through what the seers that got to see her, what they learned.